So hello and welcome to the first one of the owner operator series. This is the truck which we set up at the end of the agency driver series and configure it and customize it a little bit. And today's job, we have just left the Tesco site in London. Now this is the prods 2.41 map with the Middle East add-ons, and since buying the truck I've had a rest at my garage. And first job we took was from Tesco's in London, and we're just going up to Birmingham.
Please mind the speed limit.
So
at the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit now.
right, and
Keep right and then turn left. Turn left.
the truck has the 430 horsepower engine and a ZF16 gearbox, so this is the very first job with the truck. Just this shorter run to familiarise myself with it, and that's additional mods added to the profile. Apart from the truck, I've added the smaller mirrors top corner, so instead of having the big on-screen ones, it's only got the smaller ones in. The minimal visor top bar version, and I think that's about it because everything else is just in the game. So it is Pro Mods map, so it gives a larger map, reworked areas in certain places, a lot more cities to deliver to, and obviously countries, so it's quite a large map.
Please mind the speed limit.
So there's a lot to explore, a lot of mileage to cover, so it'll probably take a while to do this, as well as the continuing the ATS series. I started Idiot's Guide and building up that profile as well, so but hopefully this will be a truck that can use on a lot of these jobs. Obviously if the game updates, obviously Pro Mods may become incompatible for a while till I update it, and also the truck may become incompatible. But if it does become incompatible, then I'll have to wait for the updated
Keep left.
coming out, sell it, and then buy the new version, or I can buy default SCS DAF and put a few sound mods in for that one.
Exit
because that, but say we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. There's a very nicely modelled inside and outside. The cells are pretty well optimised, so get it now. where a lot of things have shown, you know, electronics, like the dashboard computer and these haven't got that in. So, but have a nice dash that's quite easy to work out. You've got your battery meter, top left. Next to that there's the water temperature gauge. Bottom left is your fuel gauge. Then you've got your air tank gauge. On that one, then you've got your rev counter, which has a nice green band on it, not bad to say. Next to that, the big thing is actually the tachograph, which in a lot of modern trucks they're electronic, but these are
left.
what a tachograph used to look like, that used to take the
Turn left.
wax paper discs that used to record your speed and distances on things, very stylus, onto a wax disc, and the drivers just have to change the discs every day. And they used to have to keep hold of them for quite a while afterwards, so there was a record of driving hours, rest breaks, etc. with them. Little digital display is your total distance what your truck has done, and to the extreme right of the dash is like it's a type of economy gauge there. Obviously you've got your handbrake up there on the dashboard as well. Your light switch is on the top left of the dashboard, but probably you cannot see it from. These have quite a big steering wheel, but I say these are a very good model, well modelled truck, the game. So back to Pro Mods and the released add-on. You do need all the map DLCs for Pro Mods to work, and then you can extend this map further, but I'm unsure of which maps you can get to add on to it with them just updating it with a Middle East add-on. So which Middle East add-on, you obviously need the main Pro Mods 2.41, which is current version as of today using. So you install Pro Mods, and then you can download the add-on, which is about €0.50, around 50 pence something, around about that, and then you install the 2 files on that above your main Pro Mods file, so it makes it compatible. Where today's load is 22 tons of empty pallets. Now this area we're in now, and down through London, is part of a reworked area by Pro Mods. So Pro Mods map has a lot of reworked areas of the default areas, and then they've merged. So SES's update rework works Germany into their own maps. So have the bleep set to come on at 59 miles an hour if it goes over. It is. I don't want to clock race miles on truck books. So it's set just below where they're kicking. Now the speed limiter is on these trucks, is on, but if you have the accelerator on, you're going downhill, you can go over it, so a lot of European countries being 50 miles an hour. You normally set your cruise control at 50, but in the UK you can do, in the game the trucks are limited to 56 miles an hour unless you switch it off on the brake market and quick jobs. But if you turn the speed limiter off, you can do on those jobs whatever speed you like. So check for UK, go between some roads are 60 miles an hour, some are 50 on the motorways and air roads. So what I do is set the cruise control at 50, use the accelerator, take it up to 56 or thereabouts, and then when you need to slow down, you just let, if you've got it,
Go straight on.
the retarder set automatically to come on. When you lift off the throttle, the retarder will bring it actually back down to 50 miles an hour. Oh yeah. There is like a little display in these trucks. It shows when cruise control is activated and when your handbrake is applied, but the default position, which I have actually adjusted this truck a little bit, no, can't always see that, but these are not the, there's the DAF 95 isn't the oldest truck model that you can get. You can get some that's from the 70s and 80s. This particular model will
Keep left,
be from
and then
the
continue straight on.
around the early 90s, and if I remember right, it's modelled on a, doesn't tell you this,
Go straight
so,
on.
but it on a fairly late 95 before they changed them again to become the 95 XF or XF95, which is the forerunner to the XF 105 and the XF 1 that they gave as default. So if I'd gone down the RGL route, I would have had to do some more jobs first, but
Go
these
straight on.
trucks have a good list price on them. So starting off, set up your company, you can get one of these, or the F241, which is the predecessor of this truck model. They're another good mod as well. They're by XPS. He also does a Volvo F88, I believe, which is another older truck, and I think he did of an old Sisu at one time as well.
Keep left.
You probably know I've got realistic fuel consumption on, realistic air brakes, I've got the chakra fences on, the speed limiters on, the fatigue simulators on. As well, so just thought I'd do this, and actually, because the other video I've done, I've actually shown you you're doing the first job, so I'm going to did say I was going to explore this country by country, but it depends on the job, so probably do quite a lot in the same country, then change countries, go to another one, do that, but relying on, I haven't connected this profile to World of Trucks because that only gives jobs in the default map and things, so all the jobs I'll be doing will be freight market jobs.
Keep right and then turn right. Turn right. At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now. Keep left and then turn left. Turn left.
So nearly at journey's end now.
Keep right and then turn right. Turn right. It was a nice ride.
Speaking of that, I hope you've enjoyed this ride as well. Just have the awful job now, we're parking it. Have to remember where reverse is. One of these. So that's our first delivery complete. So we'll just switch off the engine and the lights there, and we'll just end the journey did in the previous series and show you how well we've done. I'll have to check the tank capacity of this truck as well. Unsure what it is. Yep, another good perfect delivery there, another €4,500, bit of XP, so just diagnostics of this truck. So we're on a 6x4, super space cab, left hand drive, 48 horsepower, gives you Newton meters there. Your gearbox is, and it has a 600 litre fuel tank because it's on one of the bigger chassis, so the range isn't obviously as good as where it is on with the bigger tanks, but they're not that bad days. Anyway, that concludes today's journey, so 10-10 for now. Stay safe on the roads, don't have too many accidents, and goodbye.